Traditions. Everyone's got them, but some are a little stranger than others. Do you think you know the difference between what's true and what's poo?
Let's go on an adventure. Right. Hello and welcome to Capricious Conversations. Thank you for joining us today. Welcome back to the show, my lovely sister.
Hey guys.
As my sister told you in the teaser, we are going to be talking about unique world traditions. And we have done a bunch of research. There's a ton out there. But we're going to make this a little game because we have also made up some. And we are going to see if the other sister can tell the true from the poo. And the winner gets to wear the lei of knowledge. Aww. All right, so to start us off.
All right, so who goes first? Because I think we each have 5, right?
We do each have 5. Since you're the guest, you can go first.
Okay.
Well, actually, you know what? I will leave it to you. As the guest, do you want to guess first or do you want to give a clue first?
I'll go ahead and tell you first. I'll give the clue first.
Okay, I'm ready for this.
All right, so this tradition is from the Mandan tribe. It's sort of a ritual for coming of age. What they do is they drive wooden stakes through your flesh and hang you from the ceiling until you pass out.
That wouldn't take long.
After you pass out, they bring you down, and once you wake up, if you wake up, they take it as a sign from the spirits that you have been accepted, at which point they will chop off both your pinky fingers and force you to run around the camp several times without dressing your wounds, with the spikes still in your flesh.
What parts of the flesh? Like, do they do it through the sides or like the outer thigh?
Enough flesh they can hang you from the ceiling.
Golly.
So think fleshy bits.
It's always interesting to me that some coming of age rituals like are kind of predicated on if you survive, then you can be a man.
So what do you think though? Is that a true or poo?
Gosh. Cutting off the pinky fingers, what purpose would that serve?
Poo?
I didn't know partial poo was an option.
I assumed it would be.
Truth smeared with a bit of poo.
Ew.
Gosh, what would it serve the purpose of cutting off somebody's pinky fingers? I'm going to say that this one is poo.
It is not.
Are you
poo? It is true.
What?
It is true. The Mandan tribe of North America. That was their coming of age ritual. I don't actually know the purpose of cutting off the pinky fingers. I didn't research that far into it. It might be one of those things that they don't tell you, but it is true.
That's
intense,
man.
It is a documented ritual.
Wow.
Yeah.
Okay. All right. Also, I kind of wanted to noticing in the monitor here that you can see my lovely lines here. It's kind of a Scottish tradition of going outside and really enjoying the sun, and we're like, "Hello, sun!" and the sun is like, "You're Scottish, screw you!"
And that's kind of false for Great Britain.
A lot of those Northern European countries were very fair-skinned. The sun doesn't like us. I don't think I'll ever learn my lesson, so I am sporting this fabulous sunburn, and believe it or not, I actually tried to cover this up with makeup. This is about how well it worked. So there you go. So I'm wearing it loud and proud today. There you go. Okay. But, Scottish customs aside, in Austria, Fingerhaken, or competitive finger pulling, is a serious sport with very strict rules. Finger athletes aim to drag their opponent across the blue line simply by pulling on their finger. Fingerhaken is also played in Bavaria.
I want to say it's true. I really do, because that sounds like something that...
So is that your final answer? Is true?
I'm going to say it's true.
It is true. It's an actual finger athletes.
Finger athletes.
Well,
You had an actual name for it. It's kind of what made me.
Fingerhaken?
Yeah.
I could make stuff up. You just
I know you can, but...
I didn't in this case.
Yeah.
It is actual, and I'm just like, in America, this would have very different connotations.
That's what.
It's not a sport many people would want to participate in.
Alright. It's referencing beans, guys. Beans. Think about that one. Your dad would be great at this sport.
Anybody who has a father knows what we're talking about.
Or a grandfather.
Yes. Okay. Great. Okay. All right, number 2.
Alright, so we are 0-1.
We are 0-1. I'm down, but it's all right. I can bring it back.
It's okay. It's okay. So, all right. This is a ritual for sailors. It's called kissing the royal belly. An officer will be covered in grease and condiments from the commissary and wear a diaper, goes up on deck, and all the new sailors whose first time it is passing the equator must kiss and lick the belly.
That's
Literally having their faces like smashed into the belly. Doing this ritual, and
maybe shouldn't.
is it true or poop?
This is a toughie because I know that a lot of, like, all sailing enterprises have some sort of thing for when you cross the equator, that, like, some weird thing that you have to do.
Like green flashes and what?
Yeah,
stuff
like the Navy has it, and you get this like whole certificate if you pass the hazing or whatever. So I know that like that's an actual thing. I just don't know if the condiments is an actual thing.
True or poo?
I feel like it's true.
Sorry, final answer.
No, I'm gonna change it to poo.
Can change it to poo.
Yes.
Final answer.
Final answer.
It's true!
It's true!
It's
psyched me out, man.
Actual tradition carried out up to 1997 within the British Navy, the U.S. Navy, and I'm sure several others. Kissing the royal belly.
Should have gone with my first
this
instinct
is-
on that one.
Think, guys, this is an officer getting dressed up in a diaper in Greece. Oh, that's the 40-year-old belly smashing.
All right, there is no better way to put the past behind you than to bury a sardine. Or so party-loving Spaniards say. So at the end of Lent, because they can only eat fish for Lent.
Okay.
At the end of Lent, they then take a sardine, and they're like, it's over, it's done, Christ is risen, yay, we can eat meat again, and they bury the sardine and have a big, huge party celebrating the fact that they can eat meat. But they have like a whole funeral for the sardine. It's like everybody wears black and they're like really sad about it.
It doesn't sound real. Burying the sardine.
They put him in a little baby coffin, little sardine coffin.
Trying to think how big that sardine is.
Okay, so I don't know if you watched our Say Anything challenge, but we had to eat the sardine.
I
Those
did
things
watch
were
that actually, that's actually what I'm thinking of. I'm like, I need to think of how big that can was. Burying its sardine.
I was thinking of anchovies, I think.
Okay, that is bizarre enough to be true.
Final answer?
Yes, I'm gonna say final answer.
It's true. It is true. It is in,
Where? Like, is it like one little village? Is it isolated? Because
It's
never
Tenerife.
heard of it. Where?
Tenerife? I think I'm saying that right. I could be butchering that. Tenerife. In Spain, yes. But they bury the sardine. They mourn the sardine, yes.
I would be pretty sick of eating fish at the end of Lent, honestly. I've had several friends go through that.
Yep.
I think I'd be down with burying a fish.
All right, we are
Alright,
2-0, man. I gotta get the rest of this right.
Okay. Okay, so...
We both started off with 2 trues, though. So
Okay. Alright. This is an Arab custom.
Okay.
Tradition. Custom, tradition, ritual, what have you.
Okay.
In certain parts of India, as you know, men wear the turbans. When they are getting married, it is traditional to wrap their foreskin in their turban and wear it during their wedding as a sign of them entering full manhood. As in, you know, dating a wife and starting a family.
I feel like I've actually heard of this
True or
before. I'm gonna actually say that this is true.
Gonna say true.
I'm gonna say
Final
true.
answer.
Final answer.
I totally made that up. If it is true, I know they do stick a lot of stuff, but usually jewelry or trinkets or talismans, not foreskins, because some parts of India don't do the whole circumcision thing.
Well, that's true. It's kind of a Jewish thing.
It's a more Middle Eastern thing.
Okay, in the Solomon Islands, there is a masking tradition known as Mohoahana, or the executioner. And traditionally, the Mohoahana would show up at the home of someone who had committed a heinous crime and literally execute them. But the Mohoahana also was used to, like, punish lesser crimes, but by, like, public beatings and stuff like that. So the Mohoahana would be this mask that was, like, invisible to power, and then he would go and execute people. Nowadays, of course, since the Solomon Islands have, like, actual modern law, there's a ritual for the Mohoahana, and he just goes about punishing everybody, assuming everybody's done at least something since the last Mohoahana ritual, and if you do not have a bromeliad plant to appease him with, then you will get beat by the Mohoahana.
Oh man. See, I know that there's the similar thing that happens in Africa that actually doesn't. They punish naughty children kind of the same way. I don't know about the murdering people part of it, but...
Well, there are also masking traditions in Africa for...
Oh, I know that there are, but...
True or poo?
Poo. I'm gonna say poo.
It is. I totally made that up.
Good job!
Right? I felt pretty good about that one. I was like, yeah, that sounds like it could be a thing.
Unfortunately, we took the same class together.
I know. But, you know, you did take Celsius with me, too.
Yes, I did. I took all those classes with you almost.
We're kind of geeks, but...
Kind of. Nothing. Okay.
Dang,
all right.
man. I literally cannot win it.
You can't. You can't. You just have to... Okay. All right. This is... something that's actually kind of close to my family. Chinese Wudan sword taming. Now, this is for Chinese soldiers to do with their swords after a particularly brutal battle. Legend has it that the sword actually becomes thirsty, and what they do is they have to tame the blade with their own blood. What they'll do is they'll set the blade up, sharp side up, and they press their palm onto the blade harder and harder and harder, and their blood, as it covers the blade, tames the blade recognizes its rightful owner and continues to serve them through battle.
Well, okay.
Well, let me finish. There's more. If they push hard enough and their sword cuts through their hand, like all the way through their hand, the sword is then considered to be a demon-possessed sword and is similarly destroyed, and that soldier may not wield a blade in battle again. True or poo?
Golly. You're very tricky. Man. So, like, the blood of the dude tells the sword who it belongs to? What about all the other swords people that it kills?
It tames the sword. It tames the sword, because the sword has tasted so much blood that it is now uncontrollable. And it
So more blood makes it control?
Well, it's the blood of the master. Is what it's supposed to be.
I want to say true.
True?
Yeah.
Final answer?
Yeah.
Poo.
Dang!
That is not an actual tradition. I actually got that out of a book.
Oh, yeah, it sounded familiar.
You haven't read it. No, you haven't read it. It's Kylie Chan, Heaven to Wudang.
I swear I've heard about this before. Okay.
I don't think I told you, but...
Alright. Funeral rituals for dead relatives are very important for the Yanomami tribe in Venezuela and Brazil.
Okay.
And for these people, what they do is when a loved one dies, it is important for them for a body to decompose. So they burn it, but they want the spirit of their dead relatives
To decompose, but they burn it?
to burn it. It's abhorrent to decompose. So they burn it.
Okay.
So they want the spirit of their dead relatives to have peace, so they take then the ash and mix it in soup, and then they all eat it.
That sounds true. That sounds like a thing that they would do.
It is a thing.
It is true.
It is true. I literally can't win at this point. But go ahead and give me your last one.
Okay, my very, very, very last one. Okay, this is an American tradition. It's actually a ritual that's for secret society type folk.
Okay.
One of the old ones, the Bohemians. Okay, so for initiation, what they do is they fake a human sacrifice. And what they'll do is they'll parade everybody up in Jedi type hooded robes. They will stand before a big, tall owl sculpture that speaks in a Walter Cronkite voice. And it tells them that they have to kill the care of the world. Care of the world being poverty, cancer, sickness, disease, death, things like that. And so they will fake a ritual sacrifice, and after all that, is anyone who is brand new to the Bohemians witnessing for the first time is now an initiated member for life. True or false?
So they don't have to participate, they just have to witness it?
Well, witnessing is participation.
Okay. That sounds just specific enough to be true.
Final answer?
I don't know. Oh, gosh, you're so tricky.
Walter Cronkite.
No, I'm gonna stick with true.
True?
Yeah.
It is true! You got one! It is. As far as we know.
I was gonna say, who's narking on the secret society?
There was a couple back in the day, supposedly before Lyndon Johnson joined. Someone narked.
All right. So we don't know if it's still practiced today. Okay. All right, last one.
But we wouldn't know.
For the lay of knowledge.
I mean, for the lay of knowledge, the lay is mine.
Yeah, I know, it's already yours. But we're just gonna finish this anyway. All right, in northern Canada, since the terrain is quite unforgiving, as is the weather,
Yes.
you have to be able to gather a lot of supplies in a very short amount of time to be able to survive the winter. And so it's customary for a father-in-law on the first anniversary of his son-in-law and daughter's wedding to give the son a tractor to ensure that he can provide for his wife.
I'm gonna say that that's poo, because the tractor requires a lot of resources to operate.
Okay, yes, but you're right, it is poop.
Okay.
If you've ever seen Alaska, the Last Frontier, or whatever, there were tractors up there all the time.
Oh no, I've seen Alaska the Run Frontier and Alaska Wild and Themed, whatever it is.
I don't know. They use a
I
lot of tractors
also
up there.
know that it takes a lot of resources, and they're like, I have to get fuel for the tractor. I have to make sure the tractor's warm up.
Which I always wonder, okay, like, since they are homesteaders and there's, like, nobody around, where the heck do they get the fuel? Like, do they have a pump
No,
outside or
they
something?
fly it in. Although in Alaska, I suppose you could pump your own and nobody would know.
You'd have to filter it. Alright, thank you for liking, commenting, and subscribing. Thank you for sharing this video.
I get my
Oh,
lay of
sorry. I was just gonna, like, play it up. You get the lay of knowledge. Oh. And you can hold the globe as well.
thank you.
So we took away Stan. Again, thank you for liking, commenting, and subscribing. Thank you for sharing this video with all your friends. Let's go on an adventure.